Hi there, Evan here with Crypto and Markets for Saturday, February 23rd, 2019. I don't know if you saw the Better Dwelling article from yesterday. If you haven't, I'll link it down below. It talks about Canadians all of a sudden not being able to use their homes as ATMs. Crux of it, loans secured by residential real estate were down between 8 and 9% month over month. Of course, the biggest source of secured loans against residential real estate is those famous HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. Now, why is a sudden slowdown so significant? Well, here it is. Home equity lines of credit, the total balance, as of November, represented about 14 to 15% of Canadian GDP. And what I've been saying on this channel really for the past year now, that housing was the Canadian economy. That the wealth effect caused from rising house prices was really the only reason we've had any growth the past, say, 10 years. And then again, towards the end of 2017, when our big two detached markets, Toronto and Vancouver, started having their slowdown, look what happened to consumer spending. It started going this way. And then you saw credit card delinquencies start go up. Car loan delinquencies start go up. Auto sales start slowing down altogether, as again, they couldn't use their house to go and buy all those cars. And then towards the middle of last year in Toronto, and the beginning of this year in Vancouver, you saw those foreclosures, bankruptcies, powers of sale, all start to pick up. Because as those home prices came down, and they could no longer use their home as a piggy bank, reality finally started to hit a lot of people, and they found out that without a rising home market, they didn't have the cash flow to pay back all those loans they took out. So the crux of what I'm saying is, if you look at how much of a bullish take there still is in the media and out in public about housing, I think we've hit fear, but not panic yet. The rapid declines in this, I think, can cause panic. Because, think of this. Think of this. I mentioned before how much of the Canadian GDP was home equity lines of credit, the overall balance. Even if it stays down here and just stays flat, think about it. It's about a 1 to 1.5% hit to Canadian GDP. And here's the worst part about this whole thing. There was a report that came out a couple of days ago on this. I'll see if I can link it down below for you. Talking about how for a third of Canadians who had home equity lines of credit taken out, that they're using it for emergency spending and using it for day-to-day expenses. So without the ability to tap into their home, there's a lot of people that won't even be able to live. Won't even be able to put food on the table at nights. Won't even have an emergency fund with them in case something happens. I mean, we still have no idea yet how drunk on real estate we are as a country. People have still not realized this yet. And the problem with market cycles, when they do, it's usually too late. Now, if you want to challenge me on my foreclosure argument, I'll link some information from Home Capital's last quarter down there. Net impaired loans for residential real estate up 70% year over year. In fact, some of the sources I'm talking to for foreclosures and powers of sale in the Toronto area, some people are telling me that their business is up 200% year over year. that are in that line of work, up 200% year over year. So think about that. I'll link the article down below again for y'all to read it. But again, remember I talked about a year ago when those credit card delinquencies started to go up? I said, hit the bottom end, the credit cards, and then the bigger lines of credit, the personal loans, then the HELOCs, then the mortgages. It looks like we're working our way up that ladder pretty good now. I mean, look, with how bad things are out there right now and how much worse things are going to get, I didn't want to be right. But unfortunately, it looks like I am. So to go ahead and put this in closing, keep watching that balance of loans secured by residential real estate, as I think it will, as that takes a further downturn. It looks like we're going to see a recession that we've probably never seen in our lifetime. Even worse than 2008, where Canada, of course, didn't get hit as hard as the US. Because we didn't go through the deleveraging that we should have then, and now we're going to go through a worse deleveraging now. That's all I gotta say. Smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and most importantly, follow me on Twitter at CryptoMarkets2. Y'all have a good day.